voice saying it is time for the lions and the lionesses to tell their own story. King David killed Goliath with a stone, we original dread.
The time has come for the lioness to tell her own story.
Yo, this is Pagabens and time have come for the lion to tell them own story. This is the Lion's Voice. Stay tuned.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. But people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Ras Tafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Ras Tafari.
At the time, the Greek, in fact, let me stop use a word there. The Hellenes.
Yes.
See? Mm-hmm. The Hellenes or the Hellenes.
Yes.
See? I see. All right, let me talk.
Go deep, go deep. Don't worry, you know. Go deep anywhere you want to take it, you know.
See.
Go there, sir.
All right, watch this now. The Hellenes fireball. If you start recognize the words, the origin and the language, whatever I use, Virgin.
Yes.
The word sound carry the etymology. Rastafari never know about etymology when we start say your word sound, you know, Virgin.
No, iritical.
We never did that. Iritical, it come true, I and you know, but we know say something we don't write in that language, Virgin.
Yeah, man.
You see what I say? So fireball. When it is that the Hellenes, if you start talking about the Hellenes, you know, you have to go back now to the dark-skinned people again.
Yeah, man.
You start using about that word.
You have the Etruscans, you have all of those people, the original people of those regions.
All right. So here's the thing.
Before the northern.
We could establish something like first and foremost. All right. We could just establish some things as mood. The people, whether by birth in a location or by bloodline having parentage of that location, we call themselves Europeans, are liars.
The year is 1892, and the land of Ethiopia has been experiencing 4 years of terrible famine and drought. They call it the Kikuken, or the evil days. At least 1/3 of the human population and 90% of the cattle have died. The hyenas have feasted on so many carcasses that they have become overweight and barely able to move. Just when the people could take no more of the evil days, a woman named Wasiro Yeshimabe is giving birth in a place called Erjersa Gora. This is her 9th attempt to bring forth new life. Her previous 8 attempts only resulted in death. Will this child live? Thankfully, a healthy baby boy is born. His first cries are drowned by thunder and lightning flashes across the night sky. The heavens open up and torrential rain starts to fall. Ethiopia's drought is over, and the baby boy is given the name Tafari, meaning one to be feared or respected. Lich Tafari's father, Ras Makunin, is a very important man in 1892 Ethiopia. Although he is overjoyed at the birth of his newborn son, he cannot spend much time with him. Ras Makunin is the governor of Harar and must get back to the famous walled city to deal with its affairs. Furthermore, he is the foreign minister of Ethiopia, and having traveled to different places in Europe, he is very aware of the material and military advances they have made and the looming threats they pose to his country. Ras Makunin knows that the majority of Ethiopians have no idea what is coming, and that he has to work that much harder to secure the realm. Lich Tafari would grow up to become the legendary emperor, Haile Selassie I. To understand his journey, we must first understand the Ethiopia that he was inheriting, and what it was like when he was born in 1892. Get your copy of Kwesi Bansu's book, Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings, and increase your knowledge about the history, politics, and culture of Ethiopia in 1892, and how it connects to the rest of African and world history at the time. Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1 is available for purchase at www.bookmanexpress.pub. Please visit for more information.
Name Christianity, which is a Roman religion. That's a Roman name. The name Christianity is a Roman name king. Is right? The Equimen, where the item all belong to, every Christianity, whether it want to be Tawhid or all of them, the Equimen where the item belong to is Roman. It is Roman king. It's all Roman. The theology is Roman. The theology come from Greek, really. See? It's really Greek. Virgin.
But you know
Adam and Eve. All right, let me ask you something. Adam and Eve and Pandora. You know the similarity, Virgin?
Yeah. The one thing I want to clarify, because the same way, like if a one come and study I and I know, they would see we are talking English. We are the lingua franca of that region in that time was Greek, because from Alexander conquest, Greek became the language of the elite. So the black people of that day that lived in that region would have been writing in Greek. They would have been writing in, and then after Greek gets conquered by Rome, then Latin become the lingua franca. But that doesn't mean that this is a European tradition, because when you read,
yes, fire, you cannot fireball. You cannot think outside of the language that you speak. Now, at that time, these people were multi-dialectic.
Yes.
They were multilingual.
Yes,
right?
Natural.
People
as Africans
people
all are.
All
today.
right. Multilingual people, them people here.
Yes.
However, the Equimen dictated that all people must fall under Fidem order. And that meant at certain points to remove your language, remove your tradition, remove your culture. Right? This was a mandate at certain points. Before the Christianity, the Hebrew, them did, when the Hebrews them did rise up for the Maccabean revolt.
Yes, sir.
That was when Greece did say, "You know, have to go start worship our gods."
Yes.
Now the Greeks at that time usually did allow them to worship them own God. So it's a policy them change.
Yes.
You see what I go on? And that caused the Maccabean revolt. Right? Now that is history. That's another Bible in the Virgin. It so happened that this is recorded amongst scripture. Right? But that is a historical occurrence. You see what I keep?
Yes, sir.
So the historical occurrence they know we can trace based on records by the at the time the Greek in fact let me stop use a word there. The Hellenes.
Yes.
See? The Hellenes or the Hellenes.
Yes.
See? I see. All right. Let me talk.
Go deep. Go deep. Don't worry, you know. Go deep. Anywhere you want, take it, you know.
See.
Go there, sir.
All right. Watch this now. The Hellenes fireball. If you start recognize the words, the origin and the language, whatever I use, Virgin.
Yes.
The word sound carry the etymology. Ras Tafari never know about etymology when we start say yo word sound in a Virgin.
No, iritical.
We never did that. Iritical, it come true, I and know, but we know say something we don't write in that language, Virgin.
Yeah, man.
You see what I say? So fireball. When it is that the Hellenes, if you start talking about the Hellenes, you know you have to go back now to the dark-skinned people again.
Yeah, man.
If you start using about that word,
you have the Etruscans, you have all of those people, the original people of those regions.
All right. So here's the thing.
Before the northern.
We could establish something like first and foremost. All right. We could just establish some things as moot. The people, whether by birth in a location or by bloodline having parentage of that location, we call themselves Europeans, are liars. We can establish that as moot. Well, everybody can understand that. That is just for act. History can attest to that.
Yes, I think so.
And I'm going to show a proof of that then. May I show you a proof of that? There are numerous accounts of indigenous people who on encounter with European people are for the first time introduced to the concept of a lie. You have people who indigenous where reports say The first time them ever hear a lie was when a European come to them and tell them something, and them are said them are confused, and them I wonder what will they what they just say. And the people and the reports, even by Columbus, is that these people are naive.
Yes.
Am I lying?
No, this is a historical.
Them say the people are naive because the people them don't used to know lie. That not in them culture, brethren. I'm not saying that every black people never tell lie.
Of course.
Into the idealism and we are talking about history, brethren.
Yes.
And what evidence shows.
Yes.
Every contract that these people, whether by birth within this location or by bloodline, meaning parentage of persons, by parentage of people within said location, see, call themselves Europeans. See, every contract that they have entered in, they turned around and ratified, and still broke them covenant.
Yes, they do it to His Majesty.
History shows this, and history is best qualified to teach or to bear witness to anyone's testimony. See? So here we are going now, fire. If you recognize that these people are liars,
yes,
this is the reason you have historians that are revisionists, like John Henry Clark, right? Like George James. See? You have to have these revisionist writers, Virgin. You see what I'm going? And so when you look on history, you have to look with a lens. You can't just take what they tell you just like that. Even today, them still tell you things upon CNN and still show you something different. Right? So we established that Europeans are liars. Right? All right.
Yes.
Now.
It's
So
a culture. Not all Europeans come and have lion pride in Europe. But European culture. European culture. You have to say these things. You have to say
watch
these
this now, King. You see, when a man make a general, my language may attack.
Yes.
Right? I speak I language. I now conform to them European paradigms and there. We tell you, say you must speak factual at all times. And the same scientific speak whenever you speak because you're speaking academically and scholarly. Myth is as much important. Every history starts with myth. Is respect the item for respect on your own anansi. I respect the item for start respect on your own story, like His Majesty respect him own story, brethren. Kill him dead, who him come from. David. That's the story he's been given. That's the story he might tell you. That's the story him know. Your story no more legitimate than his. In fact, my one more legitimate, my one older than yours. And in fact, I understand the myth. Because the myth is always true. It's always true, brother, whether the narrative is a lie or not. Furthermore, brethren, Haile Selassie come up from the oldest mover and shaker in the world. The oldest negotiator amongst these monopolies and all of these things. The man of the blueprint, brethren. So he know the levels of speech and the levels of language were in the book. He know how to apply the language in the book. And the book apply fireball. We are the original autochtons of the world. When me call Obidini, you call black people. Some people call Africans. Africa is a European word. Africa is a defeated people. That's why they might behave so.
I had the pleasure to reason with scholar Rakono Rashidi, who is no longer.
Aye.
And he says that is
bless the
misnomer. He says that Africa, the Roman general was not named after the Roman general. The Roman general was named after the land. He said Africa is not a Roman
but here's the
town.
thing. I agree with that. I agree with that statement. The man was named after the land. The land was named so by the Romans when they conquered it and called it Africanus Proconsularis. That's what they call the land. That's the name that they gave to the land that they conquered. It's like how you them conquer Jamaica, them conquer Jamaica, them conquer Jamaica, and now it named Jamaica.
I heard there was that they got that name, if that is the case, and is from a people, the Afri people, and there was and
me hear about the Afri people, and we know that the Afri people is also a misnomer because them correct name is not Afri. That is like a slang name. I won't speak to the actual name right now because I don't want to say the wrong name. We have to take up some notes and ask you and tell you who them actual name, but that is like a nickname. Just like the Fulani is actually the Fula people.
Okay.
See, we call them Fulani, just like the people we call Greek are actually Hella.
Yes.
Them the name Greek. And the reason why them don't want to tell you so them name Helen, is because if you go in a Helen, you have to go back to the dark-skinned people. These Europeans are liars. Them tell lie. So when you read history, you have to read with a lens of I people. Just like how Henry Clark would have read it. You see me, I said just like how Ben Buchanan would have read it. You see? You have to read like these people. Because remember, say, if you write, as I said, you said it in the platform, it's time the lion have them own a voice.
Lion voice.
Poor man working for the rich man. Rich man don't care about the poor, but look along the rich man own the poor man land. The poor say him can't take it no more, but look along the poor man working for the rich man. Rich man don't care about the poor, but look along the rich man own the poor man land. The poor say him can't take it no more. One day he started chanting, give me some land. Want get some land. Wanna build my own house, be my own man then. Give me some land. Want get some land. I wanna raise some little baby with a pretty black woman. Dirty Babylon. Them want to stop the movement. Stop the family, them bring down unemployment. Them want the black woman become a single parent. No daddy can about if Babylon not pay your rent. Without the Vatican servants start the enslavement. Buckingham get rich off of the slave shipment. Uncle Sam no want no reparation argument. Them just provide opportunities for prison sentence. Who profits from a whole community's imprisonment? This a big man up at top, count him dollars and cents.